G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. Oreo cookies are known throughout the world and they're delicious. But if you haven't tried them, then you're missing out. But you can also make them at home, so join me today as I make my version of Oreo cookies. Okay, so to start off with, into a mixing bowl, we're going to place in our softened butter and then our sugar. As always, the ingredients are in the description. And using a hand mixer or a stand mixer, we're going to beat this up until it's nice and creamy. Okay, so as you can see, the butter and the sugar is nicely creamed. So to that, we're going to add in our egg. And we're just going to let that mix through completely. Okay, once that's mixed through, we're going to add in some vanilla extract. And again, just let it mix through. Okay, next I have some plain flour. And I've also got some cocoa powder. And I've pre-sifted this already, so I'm just going to pour that straight in. And we're just going to mix that through until it's just combined. Okay, next I've got some non-stick baking paper. Now it's going to give that a light dusting with some cocoa powder. Then we're going to put our dough ball just on top of that. And it's going to give that an extra dusting as well. Then I'm just going to put another piece of baking paper just on top. And grabbing a rolling pin, we're going to roll this out as long as you can until it's roughly about 1/4 of an inch thick. So about the thickness of an Oreo cookie. Okay, so once done, we're going to place this into the fridge for a good hour just to give it a chance to firm up. Okay, so I've taken our dough out of the fridge and it has firmed up nicely. Now using a cookie cutter, or you can just use the head of a glass, it's going to simply cut out our shapes. And I've got a baking tray here lined with non-stick baking paper, and we're just going to place them onto that. Okay, and this is what we're left with. So now we're going to put this back in the fridge for about 20 minutes, just to firm them back up again. Okay, so I've just taken them out of the fridge for the second time. And now we're going to place this into a preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Okay, so while our cookies are cooling down, into a mixing bowl, we're going to place in some butter that I've just half melted in the microwave. And to that, I'm going to use some vegetable shortening, which I've also just melted on the stove. And if you're looking for vegetable shortening, it's a solid oil, and you should find it in the fridge section of your local supermarket. Okay, so we're going to mix this together. I'm going to keep on mixing until it's nice and creamy. Okay, so as you can see, it is now nice and creamy. Now to that, we're just going to add a touch of vanilla extract. So let that mix in. Okay, so next, we're going to add in our icing sugar. And this is sifted icing sugar. I'm just going to place it straight in. And we're just going to mix this through until it's well combined. Okay, now that that's all done, I'm going to grab one of our Oreo cookies. I'm going to turn it upside down. And we're going to use about a teaspoon of our icing mixture. I'm just going to put that in the middle. And grabbing our other Oreo cookie, I'm just going to sandwich it. And just squeeze it until it all comes to the edge, just like that. So just continue on icing the rest of the cookies. Now they were surprisingly easy to make, so you should have no problems whatsoever making them at home. But I know what you're thinking, how close does it taste? Well, let's give one a try. That's absolutely delicious. I'm going to be completely honest, it tastes almost exactly like an Oreo cookie. If you did a blind taste test, you might not actually be able to tell the difference. It is that close. The cookies themselves are dry and crunchy, just like the real ones, but you have that lovely moist icing center. But there's only one thing that counts about these homemade Oreo cookies, is that they taste simply delish. So give them a go at home, because I know that you will love them. And they really are simple and easy to make. And if you do happen to make them, please put up a photo on my Facebook page so everyone can see them. Thank you for watching this episode of Todd's Kitchen. A list of ingredients are down below, as well as links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Home Handy Hints channel. Please do me a huge favor by giving this video a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another delicious recipe.